To Kenya now, and we're still tracking the fallout from Thursday's elections. Opposition leader Raila Odinga has vowed that he'll not recognise his opponent Uhuru Kenyatta's victory. That comes as Kenyatta looks set to win a second term, at least according to the votes already counted. But his rival Odinga boycotted the election, calling it invalid. The opposition says it will announce their next course of action on Monday. Meanwhile, the Independence Elections and Boundaries Commission is due to reveal just how it plans to hold the election in the opposition heartlands. Turnout for the election so far is just 34%. Well, CGTN's Robert Nagila joins us now with the latest from the capital, Nairobi. Robert, what's the latest from the counting centre there? Any clarity yet on the way forward?
Well, Karen, there are a number of issues on the table here. Let's first deal with when do we expect the final results to be announced by the Electoral Commission? Well, as we speak at this moment, the Electoral Commission has verified results from 247 constituencies out of 291. Now remember, there are 27 constituencies where elections are yet to be held, so that leaves 18 constituencies whose results are to be verified. So basically we appear to be looking at the final results being announced either later this evening or early tomorrow morning. I do not see it going past tomorrow. The second issue on the table is when do we expect the elections to be held in those 27 constituencies in 4 counties, all opposition strongholds. Well, the Electoral Commission is scheduled to have the meeting today to map the way forward and come up with a date as to when they intend to conduct elections in those 4 counties. Now, this presumably will also include assurances from the government and guarantees from the security forces about not just the staff security, but security around the polls so that they can be conducted in a conducive atmosphere, which was one of the reasons why they were cancelled in the first place. The third issue on the table would be what next for the opposition. Like you rightly said, the opposition leader Raila Odinga, who boycotted these polls, announced this week that they were going to announce the way forward, what direction they intended to chart on Monday, which is tomorrow. So we will know more then. It's not the first time he's done this. Over the last 2 months, he's kept the country guessing as to what they intended to do up until the very, very last minute. But last week, when they announced that they were now forming a national resistance movement, a national resistance movement, he said that this would basically deal with civil disobedience against the government to force its hand. They're looking at holding elections in 90 days. Now, whether that will be possible remains to be seen. However, that is the state of affairs here at the Electoral Commission at this particular moment. Karen?